I want to give you all the origin of this story. This is a story about someone who comes onto the set and they're at the bar and they meet a lady who happens to be wearing colors. He's flirting with her and she's trying to tell him, I belong to somebody, I'm a property. He ain't trying to hear it. So he's being the player that he is. You can see he all dressed up, got his gold chain on, diamond out, looking pretty. Waves in his hair, clean cut. He gets the warning and then she tries to let him know, I'm a property of. He ain't listening. He's still trying to pursue. She looked good, so be it. And then he gets introduced to her club that she's affiliated with. And not only does she get to see the guys from the club, but she also shows him her boyfriend, which is the president of the Doom Squad, as you can see. And he's 6 foot tall, muscled up, tattoos on his head, and ready to get down and busy. And now he realizes that he made a huge mistake stepping on the set trying to mess with somebody's girl, though she tried to warn him. And his guys are right there ready to handle business. And you see the bartenders in the background looking, and the guy points at the poster that says, Civilians Warning. Keep hands off other people's property, or shall I say, outlaws' personal property. Our ladies are known as properties of on the set. And the message is, when you come on a set, be educated about being on the set. A lot of our civilians, they come on a set thinking that this is a regular bar. And it's not. There are codes that bikers live by. Experienced, educated bikers on the set, they are educated. There are things you do and don't do. And what you don't do is bother a person's property. You have to get permission. It may not sound like a normal thing. It may sound crazy for some of you civilians. What do you mean I have to get permission? It's laws in this realm. And when you are educated in this lifestyle, these problems, such as this scenery here, will not occur. So, do your due diligence before you come on a set. This picture is called Do We Have a Problem? And I want to thank some of the members of Chaotic Customs and Mr. Smiley Coleman, formerly of Immortal Souls. I got a story about him too. And this is an example of some of the things that I have seen on the set. I've had my own situations and interviews of people who are bikers that have been on the set since they were children that talked about situations like this. But this picture is dedicated to a brother that we call Cyclops. And that was one of the sayings that he would say all the time. When I first met him, that's the first thing that he said. And this brother was a true definition of an MC. Somebody who was a 1%er. Whenever I needed something, all I had to do was call him. And I will never forget when I did his tattoo at his club's annual. I won't mention the club's name, out of respect. He fell in love with that tattoo and the way I took care of him so much that he shook my hand and said these words. If at any moment you need help, do not hesitate to call my phone. That man would bring people to my store. If they needed some work done, he would come with them and make sure that their stuff was done right. I would tattoo certain clubs that was under his club. he would make sure that they didn't go nowhere else. I got another story before I end this. At the annual, I presented their club with a motorcycle tank, and I painted their logo on there. And the guy that I gave it to, his name was Ghost. Anybody in Chicago know who Ghost was? And he loved that tank so much that their club had a tattoo artist that came from another state. They made him pack up, and I tattooed everybody for the rest of the night. That's how much respect they gave me. Anytime they needed some work done, I was the first person that they called. Cyclops made that possible. Cyclops made sure that whatever I needed, he made it possible for it to happen. That was a good dude. Plus, I knew he was from New York, so I studied with a lot of 5%ers, if you don't know what that is. He used to try to get me drunk, and I said, bro, I'm God body. I know they don't use that a lot no more, but he was like, oh, all right. But that's another story for another day. But this painting is dedicated to Cyclops. Unfortunately, about 2.5 years ago, we lost that brother. And I painted a picture of him for his son, who looks just like him. And a lot of people were hurt about that, because Cyclops was one of them dudes, but his intelligence was incredible. 1 minute he'll be all wild and about. The next thing you know, he talking like an attorney, helping you fight your case. That, not that he was an attorney, but his intelligence was something else. I would hope that his family is at peace due to what happened. But this painting is dedicated to Cyclops. He was locked up, and I tried to send this painting to him, and they wouldn't let him get it. And they actually called me. I never forget this, and I'm going to end it here. I called the place that he was locked up at, because they sent all of his stuff back to me. And the guy who I talked to on the phone was one of the people that did the inspections. I didn't know that they check all the mail and everything. And because he was a biker, they would not allow him to get anything biker affiliated. But they saw the picture. They said they really liked the picture. And the guy actually rides motorcycles, and he actually ordered some of my paintings. And he was at the prison, quote unquote, that he was locked up at. I will never forget that. But even they saw it, and they liked it. Had they known that this picture that I sent was dedicated to him, it would probably been some more nonsense. So I hope I didn't cause any problems. But Cyclops was a good dude. Good dude. Good dude. Okay. I got to see the 1% code exercised by him in the club that he was a part of. But they definitely showed We Ride Biker for Life love before We Ride Biker for Life even came out. So that's my story about this painting. This is called Do We Have a Problem? Created by William Surf Riles, now known as the Black David Mann of the biker industry, the biker art industry, the first quote-unquote dark brown or black biker artist in the history of the biker world. And you can get this coming soon on our new website whenever it's done. But you can inbox me, 773-551-2904. These pieces are $10 each, and I have sales where you can get 3 for $20. Beautiful deals. There's over 70 murals. If you want to see the pictures, go to the page We Ride Biker for Life art page, and you get to see these pieces. And if you wish to order, you can just inbox us there. All right, that's my story. Cyclops, one love, brother. Peace.